Yeah, I got fired. Somebody posted where I work in the comments of the video. I'm pretty sure I know who it was. You and your baby daddy.
Burn on your stitches and duets if you're going to stand 10 tones down on your actions. As someone who worked in a vet clinic and had to participate in euthanasias, I cried for every single one, and do know that I put people's pets in the freezer feeling horrible about it. I'm not sure.
Workers at a California medical clinic have been fired after posting a video online mocking their patients. In a now deleted video, numerous employees at the Precipice Urgent Care in Santa Barbara were seen posing next to what looked like bodily fluid stains on the exam room table. The video featured captions including, "Are patients allowed to leave you guys gifts?" and "Guess the substance." Since the video was first posted, the account has been locked and replaced with a new username with all videos deleted. Sutter Health released a statement confirming the termination of the employees involved for the insensitive photo shoot, saying the unacceptable behavior is an outright violation of our policies, shows a lack of respect of our patients, and will not be tolerated. Within 24 hours of becoming aware of the post, we placed the employees on administrative leave. Within another 24 hours, we terminated those involved.
You ever see someone ruin their own life online and somehow think they're the victim? Yeah, this is one of those moments. Before we dive in, drop a comment. Are modern men more delusional, or is it the ladies? Hit like and subscribe so you don't miss what we expose next. I never understood why some people think it's a good idea to post videos like this on social media. Like what's the thought process? You're essentially documenting your own downfall and then asking the internet for validation. But then it hit me. We're talking about a generation that puts nails on their nails and hair on their hair image over reality always. It's not even about authenticity anymore. It's about attention. They'll cry about losing privacy while filming every emotional breakdown for views. They'll complain about judgment while begging strangers for digital approval. It's almost poetic. If it wasn't so self-destructive, and then, just when you think it can't get worse, they'll turn around and divorce a man for being too perfect. You heard that right, too perfect. Because in this new age of self-love, perfection doesn't attract peace, it triggers insecurity. It's like people don't want stability anymore. They want excitement, chaos, something they can post about. And when that fantasy crumbles, the camera's already rolling. Social media didn't create this delusion, but it gave it a microphone. And the world keeps watching.
Understood better about women, what would it be?
Like when something is fine, it's not fine. Like read between the lines.
You mean be a mind reader?
Yeah, exactly.
So men are expected to be mind readers.
Exactly.
How did I forget the number one rule? These people at your job is not your friend.
If you haven't already watched that video, go watch it. But my job just fired me because they seen that video. So I want to let y'all know, and I
got fired from my job yesterday. They found out I had a TikTok, but they didn't say that was the reason. I just found out afterwards that that was the reason. So now I'm curious as to what it is that I say on my TikTok that got me fired. So I started watching my videos, and I'm an extreme leftist, and I worked for conservatives, so whoops.
All of these women have been fired. Everybody in the tech industry who's been making these day in the life of tech videos, notice you haven't seen any of those in a few years? Yeah, they all got fired.
My coworkers keep saying I need to make like a tech TikTok, because if you look at my TikTok, you'd never guess I have a job. So, anyways, this is our current workstation. Callie and I are what you call product managers. Callie, what is your team over?
My team is over reporting and internal tools.
And I am over what we call card experience. So we work on like anything from activating your credit card to freezing, reissue, shipping, all the good stuff.
Absolutely no work is getting done on that laptop in the sun. Let's be honest. You can't even see your screen properly outside. But somehow, this has become the new corporate flex. The poolside laptop pic, iced coffee in hand, pretending to be productive while secretly checking likes and comments every 5 minutes. And here's the funny part. She probably thinks her boss is impressed by her work-life balance, but in reality, her boss is sitting in an office watching payroll reports, wondering why deadlines are late while she's out here bronzing in remote work mode. Enjoying the pool is fine when it's your time. But this new culture of entitlement confuses freedom with irresponsibility. Remote work was meant to give people autonomy, not an excuse to turn work hours into vacation time. It's the illusion of productivity that sells now. The aesthetic matters more than the output. Post a laptop near a pool, and suddenly you're a girl boss living her dream life. But the truth is, it's all performance. An online highlight reel masking the fact that real discipline isn't photogenic. Modern culture has glamorized looking busy instead of being effective, and when the boss finally catches on, they cry toxic workplace, when in reality, it's just accountability knocking.
That's going to pay the bills.
Let me just ask you one question.
Okay.
Would you rather have $500,000 or 700,000?
Well, I obviously would have $500,000.
$500,000?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's a lot of money. It's more than 700,000.
No, it's not.
What do you mean, no, it's not? $500,000? 700,000 is not a million?
Neither is $500,000.
Yeah, but it's $500,000.
In the meeting on my calendar. I hope I'm not getting fired. I will die. Someone else is in there. I'm getting fired. Oh my god, I'm getting fired. Hello.
Good morning, Pepper.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine, thank you. I asked who I think you know to join us for this call. She is our HR representative. We've got some updates we'd like to share with you this morning.
Okay.
While we originally believed that we would be integrating, we've instead determined that it was best for us to refocus the agency. Unfortunately, as you may know, the lack of growth and the decline in our client revenue has negatively impacted our business beyond what we can sustain. And it's forced us to make what are very difficult decisions to eliminate roles within the agency. And this includes the elimination of your role, making today the last day. Please know that it was a very difficult decision.
Okay, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Heather. I wish you the best.
Thank you, you too. Bye.
Bye.
Teacher got fired, finally. So he says he got fired because he's queer. What he really got fired for was having thirst traps as a teacher, posting thirst traps.
I was recently hate crimed for being queer. And as a result of me being hate crimed for being queer, it ultimately led to me being fired from my job.
He was hate crimed. You're Matthew Shepard now?
They then pulled out a yellow folder and slid 2 screenshots of 2 thirst traps across the table to me. And I was just like, oh my god.
And you think that that's okay? Who exactly are you trapping? Who exactly is feeling thirsty by anything you post? That's your biggest L right there. You think getting hate crimed is your L. You think getting fired is your L. No, posting those damn thirst traps. Whoever saw those got hate crimed, baby.
Recently made a video about this chick who started screaming and breaking out in hives because a man looked at her. She saw the video, she didn't like it.
One of my videos is going viral, very obviously a joke. Like any normal person will watch that video and be like, oh, this is a joke. That's not enough for me to have sent him so many messages talking about like, people are trying to reach me at my job. I think it's just so crazy. The fact that I am making a joke about not wanting male attention. Like, incel final boss is directing all his hate at me, from men specifically. Leave me alone.
Instead of messaging me and saying, I'm sorry, can you just take down the video? She proceeds to make another meltdown video talking about the violent thoughts in her head and how she's gonna send people to heaven.
We don't need any more lessons. The next lesson, I'm gonna send them straight to heaven. I'm not even gonna say the most violent thought in my head.
Then she went ahead and messaged my girlfriend on Instagram asking to take down the video, because I guess that's how mature adults resolve things now. She finally messaged me saying she's getting hate, death threats, and I should leave her alone. And the classic line, I was joking. Of course you were. It's always a joke after the meltdown goes public. This wasn't that deep. I reacted to something you posted online. That's how the internet works. But instead of owning it, you spiral, you threaten, you delete, you play victim, you blame me. And then you message my girlfriend trying to guilt trip her saying you're getting death threats. This is exactly what happens when emotional instability gets an iPhone. It's not that men are dangerous, it's that sanity is rare. And women like this are proving it every single day. Listen, all I'm gonna say is if eye contact with a man sends you into a full-on breakdown with hives and screaming, dating is probably not gonna be your next step. Therapy is.
There has to be a scientific study done on how much of an ungrateful scumbag adjacent beluga body you have to be to get on TikTok and cry to people that don't give a about you, ain't gonna pay none of your bills like your husband is, and complain to them people about your husband, saying he's listen to this, the ain't did nothing wrong. You complaining about the being too perfect and it's still not being enough. We talk about how corny it is for to humble women. We never talk about how corny these that need to be humbled is. You think the world got something out here to offer that your husband can't offer. You gonna wait till are ignoring you until you invisible to finally be humble enough to understand that life is about family, love, and lineage. That's it, lineage and legacy. All that you talking about, going and experiences, traveling, getting f***ed on boats, all of that is physical shit that you feel like is important. That don't mean that ain't based on survival. You sitting up here saying f*** your husband, disrespecting the covenant that y'all made, all because you feel like you deserve more. Then you ask this bowling ball head, what is the more that you feel like she deserves? You deserve. Not only does she not know, she lists things, and then in the next sentence says that he provides all of it that she's saying she's desperate to have and feel like she deserves. So your inner chaos is so chaotic that you allowing it to destroy another person and children. That's why, listen, why do you think women didn't have rights up to 50, 60 years ago? Because of decisions and stupid like this. And then guess what? It's a somewhere that feels like she got a point. And you can't.
Some people are simply never satisfied. And that's not just a personality flaw. It's a mindset that eats away at everything good around them. You give them stability, they crave excitement. You give them love, they crave attention. And when they finally get both, they start convincing themselves they deserve better. It's that endless loop of wanting more without ever appreciating what's already in their hands. And the irony, these same people will preach gratitude and self-awareness online while living in constant comparison behind the scenes. This isn't about ambition. Ambition builds. This is about entitlement. It drains. The difference is subtle, but dangerous. One pushes you to grow. The other convinces you that nothing and no one will ever be enough. And the sad truth, you can't fill a bottomless cup. The more you give, the more they take. You'll burn yourself out trying to prove your worth to someone who only values novelty. That's why the smartest move isn't to fix them, it's to avoid them. Like the plague. Because trying to satisfy someone who's addicted to dissatisfaction isn't love. It's self-destruction disguised as loyalty.
Horrible. The dishwasher broke today.
Looks good to me.
I hate.
To all the girls who say they don't need men, I agree. Why would you need a man to ruin your life when you're already doing a better job yourself? But unfortunately, your mother did need a man, and one misdeed led to the unfortunate birth of you. Imagine if your mother had said she didn't need a man. The world would have been a better place. Sadly, no one can change the past, but you can change the future. So please don't repeat the same mistake your mother did. Stay true to your words and make sure no man ever suffers needing you.
You had a son with this man, the guy that you're dating. If you had a son with him and he turned out just like him, would you be proud?
Yep. We're going to reverse that. Now, question for all the ladies. Would you let your son date you?
If there's one thing you wish men understood better about women, what would it be?
Like when something is fine, it's not fine. Like read between the lines.
You mean be a mind reader?
Yeah, exactly.
So men are expected to be mind readers.
Exactly.
Why do women often expect men to do things that they're not physically capable of?
I don't know. I haven't I don't do that. Like I don't expect men to do things they're incapable of.
Isn't that what you just said though? Gotcha, bitch!
Being a mind reader?
Well, you want us to read between the lines, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this. Who's better at communication, men or women?
Women.
So if men are worse at communication, why do so many women expect men to read their body language?
I think men are better communicators logically. Women are better with communicating emotionally.
Okay, can you think of any situation where logic wouldn't outweigh emotions?
I think logic should always outweigh emotion.
Yeah. You can't make this up, people.
If he doesn't like kids.
Love kids?
I love kids. If they don't like kids, something's wrong with him. He doesn't respect me.
When do you plan to have kids?
After college, not now. I'm actually pregnant.
You're pregnant?
Oh my God! I found out yesterday, so it was kind of like a crazy thing.
What?
Bless her, yeah.
How old are you?
I am 19 years old, so wish me luck.
Was this planned or?
Unplanned pregnancy, so.
So what's the plan here?
The plan is, I don't have a plan. Plan is plan B. Plan is, I'm gonna abort.
So are you pro-life or pro-choice?
I am pro-choice.
Okay, so I'm not trying to make this a bad thing, but are you keeping the baby or?
I will be aborting the child.
Okay.
We've actually created a name for it, Excel.
Excel?
Yeah, we figured if we gave it like a really fugly name, that it would like make the process easier.
So if a guy doesn't like kids, it's a huge red flag, would never go out with him. But if your bestie wants to kill her own kid that she outright says is a child, you stand with her? People that love you tell you the truth, even when the truth is extremely uncomfortable for them to say. Friends that don't encourage you to be better, friends that don't tell you the truth, are not friends, because they're more worried about keeping themselves comfortable rather than having you live your life in alignment with goodness and with truth. And that's a bad friend. If this pregnant mom wanted to abort, I know it would be extremely uncomfortable if you were to stand up to her and say, hey, you should not do this. You and your child deserve better than abortion. That might end your friendship, but I hope that you would.
The first sign that what you're doing is wrong is when you have to dehumanize the other person just to justify it. When you need to strip away their humanity so you can feel okay about your choices, that's not empowerment. That's denial. We see it all the time now. People talk about relationships, hookups, pregnancy, as if they're just trends or situations. But behind every one of those moments is another human being with emotions, consequences, and responsibilities. And let's be real, in today's world, there is nothing accidental about getting pregnant or getting someone pregnant. Not with all the information, access, and options available. It doesn't just happen. It's a result of choices. Choices people don't want to take responsibility for. We've turned accountability into an attack. Instead of saying, I made a mistake, people say, don't judge me. But judgment isn't the enemy. Ignorance is. If you don't want a child, it's simple. Act accordingly. Protect yourself. Be disciplined. And stop pretending like consequences are optional. Because when morality becomes flexible and accountability disappears, that's when humanity itself starts to erode. We don't need more excuses. We need more adults who act like adults.
You ever talk about the men that don't pay child support?
Because it's women like you who spread your legs for guys like that. Why don't you ever talk about the responsibility of women who choose irresponsible males to procreate with and then complain later when they're irresponsible?
No.
The women who have a one-nighter with a bartender or a guy on a motorcycle or a musician, and then you complain later on the guy's a deadbeat. He was a deadbeat to begin with.
Nobody can ever talk to you because you don't let anybody.
People talk to me all day long. You can't talk to me.
No, I'm trying to talk to you and you're talking over.
Dear, don't tell me how to do a radio show. I've been doing this for 25 years. I don't need your help.
Oh, okay. Let me, can I please just say this? I was married once before, okay? Mm-hmm. My husband and I had a child together.
Right.
After I was tired of him beating me for 2 years, I left him.
Really? But why did you tolerate it for 2 years? Can you tell me why you tolerated being beaten for 2 years? I'd like to hear about this.
My answer to that is because I was young and stupid.
Okay, I agree with you.
There you go.
You were stupid. No doubt about it. And now what are you going to complain that he doesn't pay child support? A guy who beat you for 2 years? Imagine that. The guy is irresponsible.
Right.
He beat me for 2 years, and now that deadbeat doesn't pay.
So why is it my
There's your big concern. Now we see why you're so upset about this. You chose a manifestly irresponsible, violent individual to procreate with. Then you're amazed that the guy doesn't send you child support.
He didn't beat me until
you're still, you know what, dear? You were young and stupid. Now you're old and stupid. I mean, you're still stupid.
Oh, my God. You
are still stupid. You expect a guy who beat you for 2 years now to suddenly become responsible.
I cannot even believe
You're insane.
It is unbelievable.
You can't believe what?
I can't believe that you're still on the radio.
I'm on the radio because I'm right, and I'm on the radio because I've got millions of listeners. That's why.
Yeah, well, you've just lost one.
Dear, you're not the target demographic. I really don't give a rat's ass. I'll bet your husband would agree with me. I'll bet your ex-husband would really agree with me. She hung up.
If you made it this far, you already know these conversations aren't just entertainment. They're reflections of where our culture's really headed. The truth might sting, but ignoring it costs even more. If you enjoyed this video, I promise you'll enjoy the next one. We've got plenty more real talk, raw insight, and uncomfortable truths coming your way. So hit that like button, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay sharp, stay aware.